Hi, and welcome back to another video. My name is Tyke, and today we're going to be going over my physical Switch collection. First up is DC Superhero Girls Teen Power. I got this game kind of as a joke. I was looking for reviews on it, and all the reviews didn't tell me what I wanted, so I'm like, I guess I have to play this game for myself to figure out what I wanted. I think most reviewers give it like an 8 out of 10, but I'm like, the reviews for it were like not to the level of quality that I wanted, and maybe I'll do a review on it myself to like go to the level of quantity that I want, the level of quality that I wanted, but I'm not really sure. I played a little bit of it. You're Wonder Woman, and like it's in reference to like the DC Superhero Girls universe, and it's fine. It's a game for girls, or it markets itself to be a game for girls, but any game can be for girls because why like allow gender to like determine what games you can play? Because like I'm a male and I want to play that game. But next up is Breath of the Wild. Um, haven't fully played through this yet. I've played it a bit to test to make sure that it worked. Because the first Switch I ever bought didn't have a working like cartridge slot that I got from GameStop, so that was fun. So then I had a Switch Lite, and I didn't want to play this on a Switch Lite, so I played it on the Wii U instead. And now I have an actual working Switch, and I still haven't played it because I just have not wanted to sit down and play it. I played all the other Zelda games, or at least I've attempted all the other Zelda games, just not played through that one. Let's Go Eevee, Pokemon. Pretty self-explanatory. This game is fun. I pretty much just play it when I have a long time to sit down and do nothing. I think I got to Lavender Town, the Pokemon Tower, and then I haven't really done much with it since then. Um, Not because I don't want to, but I've already played through all the Pokemon games from that generation, and or not from that generation, from like the OG generation, and then Fire Red and Leaf Green, so it's like repeating. Next up is Pokemon Shield. As a Pokemon fan, I feel bad I haven't played this yet. I have played Legends Arceus. I have not played Pokemon Shield. I do want to eventually play Pokemon Shield, hopefully soon, because I know Violet and Scarlet are coming out in a couple months, but I do have plans to play like Sonic and a couple other games that I want to finish first. So, next up is Octopath Traveler. I wasn't really big on the JRPG scene until I joined Twitter and made my Twitter account, which is at TIYHK. And if you know me from there, I follow a lot of people that like JRPGs, and somehow I was told Octopath Traveler was really good, and I wanted to get it for my Switch collection. So I found it one day when I was buying my friend a copy of Breath of the Wild. Super Mario Odyssey, which is the first Mario game that I ever completed. Later on, or earlier this year, I completed Super Mario 64 on my stream. But Mario Odyssey, I played on my Switch Lite, and I kind of just played it like in segments, and then I played it like really late at night the last time and beat it at like 2 in the morning. A really fun game. I like the whole thematic thing of like you travel to each area for Bowser to get a different part of the wedding, only for the wedding to fail. Um, Next up is The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, the remake, but I have the DX version on the Game Boy Color, and I did try to beat that a while ago, but then like once this came out, I was sold on getting a Switch because this, in my opinion, is one of the better like 2D Zelda games. Minish Cap is by far my favorite Zelda game of all time, and I have that on like a GBA cartridge. My GBA cartridge is a little bit damaged, but it still works. And then I of course have it digitally on the Wii U because the Wii U eShop allows for Game Boy Advance digital games, or at least it did before they closed the eShop. They're closing the eShop in March of 2023, so you still have time to get it if you want to get Minish Cap or a bunch of other Zelda games for like the Game Boy or DS. But yeah, this game was fun. I pretty much 100%ed it, I believe. I think if I didn't 100% it, it's because I have like a niche amount of rubies to get or some random mini game that I need to do, but it's close enough to done that I don't really feel the need to go back to it. Sega Genesis Collection, which is fun. It's where I first beat Sonic 1 and 2, which I've had on the Genesis for years, but I didn't beat them until I finally played them on the Switch. And then, of course, Origins released, and I haven't gotten that to finish up playing Sonic 3 because Sonic 3 is not on this collection, nor is Sonic CD. And I have 3 and CD on the PC, but like it's not the same as playing them on a console. And the best part about this is now you can pay extra money to Nintendo to get different like Genesis games, or you could pay $50 to have this in your collection. So I don't know why Sega did that with Nintendo, and then like they released this previously, and are now doing the subscription model with them. But like, hey, I'm a fan of the Genesis. It's a good time, and I recommend picking up a copy if you want to do that. I also played through Columns on this. I like Columns. It's like a Tetris clone, and it's a good time. One of the other games I beat for the Switch is Sonic Colors Ultimate. Um, this game, kind of like I look like a little washed out because of my lighting right now. This game looks entirely washed out. Like every time I played it, it's like these streaks of light, and it didn't look visually appealing. The cutscenes were ugh. The gameplay was fine. It was definitely a Wii game that was ported to the Switch with no love and care. So it was not the best game that it could have been. I wish I played it on the Wii when it came out and not played Ultimate because it would have been a lot better, a much better experience, a lot better experience, a much better experience than playing this. I liked it. The best line is the line about like, "Ha, there's no copyright infringement here" or something like that. Which this just shows that Sonic was kind of in like a failing, um, on like a downward trend. Hopefully, Frontiers raises that back up again. But yeah, next up, Pokemon Legends Arceus. This game revitalized my entire love for the Pokemon franchise. Like prior to this game, I hadn't touched a Pokemon game. Well, since Let's Go Eevee, since Pokemon Moon came out, and I think that came out in 2015, 2016. I know Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon came out right after that, but I didn't touch those. I saw this game. My brother pre-ordered this for me, or he pre-ordered this for me and got it shipped to me for my birthday because it's what I wanted. And I like spent every single day playing this game, which reminded me of when I was a kid, and I spent every single day playing Pokemon Sapphire. But this game was a good time, and I highly recommend it to anybody who likes Pokemon but wants something different. And I'm happy that they're using like this as a basis for the new generation, because Pokemon really needed to be revamped after like 8 generations of the same thing. This was a nice, like, refreshing course to change how Pokemon was. Plus, I love Diamond and Pearl, so like making this take place in Sinnoh in the past, a perfect time, a great fit. This is Animal Crossing. Not much needs to be said about Animal Crossing except for the fact that I don't have like an official case. I have a GameStop case because I got this at GameStop, and Animal Crossing is one of those games that everyone like is like, you should play this on a Switch, but like if you missed it in 2020, you can still play it now. Hopefully you have friends that still play it. Animal Crossing to me has always been one of those games where you play it for X amount of time after it releases, and then it kind of just fades away until like 10 years down the line when they release another Animal Crossing game so you and your friends can fawn over it again. This game was definitely an improvement over New Leaf on the 3DS, and I liked it. I got it in 2021, so I still had some people to play with, but like it was during like March of 2020 and like the peak pandemic season in which this game was being played by all of my friends. And at that time, I did not have a Switch or a Switch Lite, and I kind of regret that because I could have played this game so much. I played every other Animal Crossing game since, like the one from the GameCube, Population Growing. This one is definitely up there in terms of Nintendo games, and I liked it. But I don't think I got as much out of it as I thought I could, or thought I would have. Splatoon 2! Splatoon 3 just released, and I have Splatoon 2. And I haven't played Splatoon 2. I have played Splatoon. I played Splatoon in 2020, which was fun, and they were still online then, and they're still online now. And I like Splatoon, and that's why I got the sequel. I got the sequel as one of the first games I got on the Switch. Actually, the first 4 games I got on the Switch were Link's Awakening, Splatoon 2, Breath of the Wild, and Animal Crossing. And out of the 4 of them, the ones I played the most were Animal Crossing, Link's Awakening, and then I had Splatoon 2 in I was going to say my 3DS, in my Switch the other day, but I've been playing 2 Point Campus, which we'll get into next. So yeah, next up I have 2 Point Campus, the Enrollment Edition. Nothing too crazy about this. You couldn't get this. I couldn't get this at like a store, so I had to get the enrollment edition. It comes with the game, which um, this is a sequel to the game 2 Point Hospital. That is pretty cool. I never really played 2 Point Hospital, but it also came with like a manual yearbook thing that was in the box, so that's cool. And then this is a map of the county. And I realized that it's upside down. But yeah, one of those like weirder Switch games that comes out, but like it also has like it also came with a digital code for some like cosmetic stuff for its original game too. And the actual game is currently in my Switch because I've been playing it. It's a game where you manage a college campus and you just like create classes and create buildings, and you send people off to class and you maintain their happiness. It kind of reminds me of Sims. Sims meets like City Skylines, so kind of like a SimCity thing, but not really a SimCity thing. Fun time. Highly recommend. You can get it digitally on PC and Switch. I wanted it physically on the Switch because I wanted like a physical version, which this ended up being like I think $40 on Amazon to get it because I couldn't get it anywhere like locally because it's not like a high license game. It's kind of more of like a niche game, which then gets me into some even more niche games. Recently, I went to a convention and I got some new Switch games that are like not like released in limited quantities. Like I got the 25th anniversary edition of Night Trap, which was initially for the Sega CD, but Limited Run released it on the Switch, and I want to play this October for like Halloween, because good scary Halloween game, which caused a lot of controversy back in the day, and that's okay. Next up is a game from Premium Edition Games. They're talk of the town. This is Phoenotopia, which is kind of like a Zelda 2S game. I literally got it 2 days ago, so I haven't actually had time to play it, but I did watch the trailer, and the trailer was a good time. And the trailer is what sold me on wanting to get this game. They didn't sell me on much else, but like their games come in like a lot of packaging. So in this packaging, there's also a like soundtrack, and then of course I have this packaging, and then this packaging, and then the actual game. So like they do take care of it, and then they also, with their things, they give you a manual. Every game release, they give you a manual, and then for every like premium edition release, they give you a challenge card. Which, oh, that's cute. So she's fishing. So like the fishing challenge, like the challenge for this game is to like catch a turtle, and then once you catch the turtle, you take a screenshot of your challenge, and then they give you like a physical patch, which is pretty cool to get for actually playing the game, because Premium Edition, as they said in their panel, and as I said when I talked to them after, they're people that believe in like actually playing video games, so they don't want you to just go out and buy it because you want to collect it and then keep it open, which is why I opened the game, because I do plan on playing it sometime in the near future. And of course, cardboard boxes are a fun time to get things back into. Next up is another Premium Edition game. So this Premium Edition game is Super Blood Hockey, which was their first ever release. Phoenotopia was the release like afterward. So this game, and you play the coach of an inmate hockey league, and you get to pretty much go and have a good time and just controlling the hockey elements, and it's like a hockey RPG with like super blood. It's super bloody, and it's really a fun time, at least from the trailer. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but I got this because it sounded so bizarre and it looks so stupid from their trailer that I was like, this is worth it. I don't know what the challenge card is, but it came with like a mini comic, and it also came with a soundtrack. However, the soundtrack is in like a tiny little sleeve, where the other one is in like a CD jewel case. So that's cool. And those are some Premium Edition games. And then of course I have Night Trap, which is a limited run game, and then onto my final physical Switch game. So those of you who don't know me, which is most of you, don't know that one of my favorite movies of all time is Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. So, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game, was released in 2010 when the movie came out on the Xbox Live Arcade and the PlayStation 3. And in like 2012 or 2014, I don't remember what year, the game was delisted from digital marketplaces forever. So the game, which is a great game, was lost time until 2021 for the 11th anniversary. It was supposed to be for the 10th anniversary in 2020, but things got pushed back. 2021 for the 10th anniversary of Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the movie. They decided to re-release the game, and Limited Run got smart because we lost this game due to time, and because we're all video game preservationists at heart and want physical games. They released this game physically. And this is one of the special editions. I do have it digitally on the Ubisoft store, and I do have it digitally on my Switch. But I did want a physical version. Initially, I wanted to get the drum kit version for my PlayStation 4, but I didn't want to. And then I missed out on it. And one of the stores local to me was selling it, so I had it. But like, it has this cool, box case. Then you have the actual like game, which in my copy is sealed, but it's only sealed because I have the game digitally. So like, do I need to open it? No, not really. And I kind of just keep everything in here. But then of course it has things in here like a soundtrack again, and then the map of the actual game, which is in the style of the game, which parodies off of Super Mario. It's a 2D beat 'em up game, and it's a fun time. You can play with up to 4 players, I believe. So you can play online. So you can play with your friends. My friends never played with me. I only played by myself. So not that my friends don't love me, but my friend that was supposed to play with me never had time to play with me. But they're also in like a different time zone, so it was not very easy to get them to play with me on the PC. But if you haven't played this game, highly recommend it. Really good. Movie is really good. Comics are really good. This is one of those properties where everything made for it is just like super awesome, and I recommend this game to everybody. If you've played Streets of Rage, you will like this game. If you've played Super Mario, you would like this game. It is a lot of everything. And of course, I highly recommend to watch the movie and read the comics. But that is pretty much everything. So that is my entire physical Switch collection. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I have been Tyke, and feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And like I said at the beginning of the video, let me know what you want to see next. Have a great rest of your day.